Welcome back to Meet in the Lobby. This is the podcast where hospitality meets innovation.
I'm Dorien Murphy.
And I am Melissa McCormack. Now, Dorien, we're back. We are back. And we've got an awesome conversation we're going to have today. But before we jump into it, what's going on with you?
Oh gosh, Melissa, there's so many things happening in the world of luxury hospitality. So many client events to join, and I'll be in California and in Denver and in Big Sky, Montana again. I love going to Big Sky. And there's a lot of
Wait, I'm going to interrupt you for a second. Is Big Sky where the animal ran through the lobby of the hotel?
where there was a pet moose in the middle of the lobby. I'm going back, and you know what? If I can get a photo with pet moose, I'm gonna get one. Maybe we can like put the photo on the podcast or
I
something.
love it. I love it. All right. Sorry to interrupt.
But a lot going on, going out, shaking hands, kissing babies and whatnot, if you can even kiss babies anymore. I have a baby. I kiss him all the time.
Cute
So
one.
maybe I'll just keep it to kissing him. But a lot going on and a lot of travel, which I'm so excited that we'll be talking to who we're talking to today because they are a health and wellness juggernaut. But anyway, before we get there, Melissa, talk to me. What's going on in your world?
Oh, goodness. Well, very similar to you, travel, travel, travel. I think I had 4 flights last week alone, but I have to tell you, I was on a cross country flight yesterday. It was actually a red eye, Lord help me. And on this red eye, we all know it's hard to work wellness into our travel routines and everything. I get it. I suffer from that. But there was a woman who decided that she was going to partake in some Galley yoga. I don't know if you have heard of this, but she was not letting a cross country flight interfere with her wellness routine. And I swear, you could not get this woman out of her warrior pose, that yoga pose, the warrior pose.
Yeah.
She was blocking the restroom access. The poor flight attendants were working around her. And I've got to tell you, she was committed to her wellness routine. So it was both inspiring and frustrating, but I have to give her a round of applause because she worked in that yoga session.
Did she turn the rest of the folks on the flight into warriors battling for the bathroom? Ha!
I yeah,
Ha!
basically, yeah, I think there were a couple battles that took place. Luckily, I was just an observer. So that's
Well,
too funny. But I have to
well,
tell you, I'm gonna transition this because we are going to be talking about wellness today, right? And the wellness trends that are impacting 2026. And so, Dorien, I have a question for you. Have
okay.
you noticed how the hotel industry in general, and especially the luxury segment, how they're working wellness and kind of weaving it into their spaces these days?
Yeah, I'm seeing it in a couple of different ways. They say, health and wellness can be encapsulated by, what you eat and what you do. And so in the spirit of that, I'm seeing some of my brands and just brands in general remove seed oils and things like that from their preparations, their
Mm-hmm.
culinary preparations, reducing the amount of fried foods and things like that. Honestly, kind of low hanging fruit type stuff, really easy to do,
Mm-hmm.
especially in the current procurement and inflationary environment that we're in. But then also on the room side, I am seeing integrations of brands in room and creating health and wellness style suites that are starting to increase the profit margins of specific room types and make for more of an interesting and wellness focused stay. um, but are you seeing anything, Melissa? What are you seeing?
Yeah, I'm seeing stuff, but let's be real, right? We'll cut to the chase. There's a lot of room for improvement on this. A lot of opportunity for growth. There are a few brands that are really dedicated to it. I mean, they're not only taking wellness to the center stage, but they're making it more accessible for their guests, right? And I know you mentioned in a previous podcast, Dorian, that an idea to help bring wellness into the guest room was to have like a spa mini bar and that your wife would purchase, what was it, a $50 bath bomb, which I'm
She's not
still reeling over.
she's not purchasing that.
Perfect. That's good. That's good. But having those eye masks and small spa items available in room is really helpful. You've also got hotels that are focusing on the sleep experience with select beds they're using or bringing fitness equipment into the room so it's more accessible as well. So while there is a lot of opportunity for growth, we are seeing a light at the end of the tunnel for some brands that are really focusing on it.
As we look ahead, wellness isn't just a perk, it's becoming a core part of the guest experience. And today, we are diving into how one of my favorite brands, Peloton, is shaping this movement and what it means for the hospitality organization and organizations everywhere. And to help us unpack all of it, I am thrilled, some would say even honored, to welcome Courtney Nolan, Senior Director of Partnerships for Peloton for Business. Courtney, welcome to the show. How are you?
Thanks so much for having me, you two. I'm doing great. I'm very intrigued by this warrior pose on the airplane. I'm gonna have to watch out for that next time I take a cross-country flight.
So,
Exactly.
so to kick it off, Courtney, tell us a little bit about your background and your current role at Peloton.
Yeah, of course. So look, I've spent most of my career really centered on innovation. Earlier on, I worked at startups working on bringing products from 0 to 1. And over the last 10 years, I've worked with beloved consumer brands and helping them innovate into their next phase of customer success. Prior to Peloton, I worked at Dropbox, where I helped bring that app where you stored your digital camera photos to enterprise with key B2B partnerships. And over the last 5 years, we've actually taken a similar journey here at Peloton, where we've developed partnerships to help us rethink where our products show up and how our members engage with them. Today, I lead our commercial partnerships team, which is really responsible for meeting our members everywhere. My role ranges from forging integrations with key health companies to developing new lifestyle partnerships, and most importantly, ensuring the success of our hospitality partners.
That's amazing. Now, Peloton for Business recently conducted a consumer wellness survey and it uncovered some fascinating insights. So, Courtney, this report cites figures from the Global Wellness Institute that wellness real estate is projected to reach 1.1 trillion, that's with a T, by 2029, which is actually not too far in the future. So, from Peloton's perspective, what does this growth mean for hospitality operators that are looking to stay competitive?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, consumers want the flexibility of caring for their well-being whenever, wherever. We know that wellness tourism, where people are actually taking trips with the goal of caring for their well-being, they're breaking from their day-to-day and traveling to get that that peace and calm and invest in themselves. That continues to grow globally. And hospitality operators, they really need to meet these people where they are. And our report really thinks about 3 wellness focused areas that operators need to consider. One is planning and construction. How are the spaces actually designed? Are they intentionally built to encourage well-being for those that walk through them? 2, amenities. What tools are operators providing to their guests in these spaces? And then 3, programming. What experiences are coming to life for those guests that are encouraging them to travel more frequently or stay longer?
Courtney, you were hitting in on the things that really matter to me personally. As a road warrior who is in LA one day and Washington and then, in Maine the next and, really in Miami another day, all in the same week, really touching all 4 corners of the country and everywhere in between. I really care about continuing, my workouts and my fitness and my eating habits and continuing them like through from home into everywhere I go. And really love the Peloton brand, not just because of the app, but because like you have just really great products that really transcend wherever I'm at and wherever I'm going. And so I really appreciate that being one of the key pillars and a key focus because I mean, I'm probably, I would beg to say, not the only person who feels this way.
I would
Yeah.
agree. I'm right there
Mhm.
with you, Dorien. And Peloton's always been so innovative in this space. So we appreciate everything that you're doing to bring wellness to us.
Yeah. I mean, I think we've left the world behind where travel is, stopping at a McDonald's on the side of the road. I think travelers really demand more, and those that facilitate in the industry are meeting them there.
Courtney, your report references surveys and interviews with consumers and industry leaders. Can you walk us through how that research was conducted and what surprised you most about what came out of the survey?
Yeah, yeah. So our data comes from a massive survey, over 3,000 active travelers, those who take trips twice or more in a year, including a dedicated group of Peloton members. And in this report, we interviewed even some key business leaders in the wellness space, particularly in hospitality, to ensure we were covering sort of the 360-degree dimensions of the travel industry. And Peloton members are always more active and more enthusiastic about caring for themselves on the road. We know that. I was really surprised, though, by how prevalent these trends are among general consumers. So, folks that have never stepped into a pair of cycling shoes, right? They still want to maintain their well-being and their wellness routines. So the demand for engagement with wellness real estate is strong, and we're seeing that in our survey.
I'm happy to see that it's growing far and above just the Peloton user. I mean, you've got so many users, but like we were talking about earlier, there's just so much opportunity here, right? There's so much opportunity, and the numbers don't lie, right? That 1.1 trillion by 2029. And we see the trends in this industry. Wellness is the number one trend. So it's really exciting to see that happening.
I mean, again, like I said at the beginning of the podcast, when you couple what you do with what you eat, like now we're really like cooking with steam. And honestly, at the end of the day, I feel like hotels have to use information like what's in your research. They have to use this information to build a better health and wellness product in their hotels. Like this is no longer a nice to have. This is an imperative.
Absolutely.
Well, I think we're going to put a button in it. I think that's our time for today. Courtney, thank you so much for joining us. And we'll continue diving into Peloton's research in our next episode. So, folks, stay tuned.
And we will see you next time on Meet in the Lobby. Thanks for meeting with us today. Interested in becoming a member of Avendra's procurement services? Scan the QR code on the screen or visit us at www.avendra.com to inquire. To learn more about Avendra International and the latest hospitality news and trends, follow us on LinkedIn at Avendra International. Meet in the Lobby is a production from Avendra International. Special thanks to our executive producers, Dorien Murphy, Melissa McCormack, Corey Moriarty, Eleanor Waddell, and Lindsay Garbachik, and our production partners, Market Scale. To learn more, click the link in the description.